Y'all doing out there today, man? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is for you today, man. Mike Ratliff over here, man. Trying to get my life right, you know. I'm trying to bleed out positivity and motivation, man, instead of infections like I used to, man. You can't always count on people around you to bleed out positivity, man. So you got to do it yourself, man. A lot of infections being passed around in this world, man. No better than nobody else, man. Still flaws every day, man. But striving to make a better life for myself and the people that care to do it. I want to just share my experiences with you. I've been seeing a lot of people that I know personally, man, that are close to me, man. Even some new friends of mine, man. I'm gonna refer to her as a butterfly. Has been going through a lot and has been going through a lot, and I got a couple little stories I want to share with anybody this applies to, man. If you take a mason jar and you fill it full of you put a bunch of fleas inside of a mason jar, man, and you put a lid on top of this mason jar, these fleas are gonna jump, and they're gonna jump until they hit their head, man. They're gonna keep hitting their head. They're gonna keep hitting their head, but eventually these fleas will get tired of hitting their head on this lid, so they're gonna keep jumping because that's what fleas do. They jump, but eventually they will stop jumping so high because they're tired of hitting their head. So at some point, you are actually able to take the lid off of this mason jar, and these fleas will jump until they die. Because they have conditioned their minds, their little flea brains, they have conditioned their little flea brains to think that this is all they got right here. And they don't want to hit the head, so they're just going to jump until they die. They accepted their reality, man. Not knowing that there was a way out. They accepted what they had right there. And there's so many people in this world that do that, man. They accept this mason jar when all they got to do is realize the lid might have been on it for a minute, but if you keep jumping, man, you keep trying, you never know when that lid's going to come off, man. And I got this other story that relates to that, man. A guy goes out to a zoo, and these big, huge elephants are there at this zoo, and they got this little thin rope like this right here. Man, this is a drop cord, actually. I don't even know why it's hanging like this. But they got this little bitty rope tied to their ankle. A little rope on this big, huge elephant. And it keeps this elephant standing there looking crazy. And the guy says, why is this elephant standing here looking crazy? When he can break that rope, why is this elephant standing here like this? Well, the guy tells him, he says, ever since this elephant was a little baby elephant, we have put this same exact size rope, around his ankle. And the mind of the elephant has been conditioned, once again, to believe that this little rope is not going to break. It's going to hold him. So he grows up thinking that this rope is impossible for him to break. So you got this big, huge elephant being held by a little rope because he thinks that he can't break it. Our lives are not easy, man. I see homeless people sometimes, and I look at them, and I know that that person can be more. And it breaks my heart that they don't have somebody in their life inspiring them. I just ask everybody that bleed out that you've been seeing me put hashtag. That's going to be the name of my TV, my YouTube channel, man. Bleed Out TV, man. Bleed out motivation, man. Inspiration, man. That's what I'm doing, man. You can bleed out infections or you can bleed out motivation, man. People are going to judge me by these videos and try to think that I'm doing something, this, that, and the third for, people's going to have something to say. I don't care, though, because all I'm doing is over here living my life every day. I go to work 6 days out of the week, out of town right this second, man. Got a baby on the way, man. I've got a lot going on over here, too. Everyday life over here, man. All I want to do is share it with y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's all I want to do, man. That's all I'm doing. And I just ask y'all to bleed out motivation and positivity, man. That's all I want you to do. There's enough people trying to keep people trapped into these little boxes of what they should accept as their life. Overcome these obstacles, man. Take the lid off your jar, man. Take the lid off your jar and break the rope. Bleed Out TV.